from the Maplesville High School auditorium.
We are.
Because why?
Because they're going to the state championship.
Yes, they are.
They have gone a perfect way. No losses the whole season.
Thursday, I believe that game kicks off at 3 o'clock, and that's at the Regions.
Yeah, it's a field up in Birmingham. Yeah, Regions Protective Stadium.
Yeah, I keep calling it something completely different.
It's Protective Stadium right there, uptown Birmingham.
Actually, they're 14. Play guy on our football games. He's going to come in a little after 7:30, and he's going to help us interview some coaches and players and stuff. I'm very excited. They've had a phenomenal season. It don't get no better than this.
It can. It'll be exciting to have him in with us this morning. And, I got to tell you, Maplesville's amazing. I came down for the pep rally 2 games ago, or 1 game before the last one.
Right.
When they were going into the first semifinal. And this community is absolutely, some of his buddies cooked, and they give the food away. If you're at the pep rally and you're hungry, they will feed you. And I don't mean they'll give you a little something to nibble on. I mean they will frog your sides.
We'll make sure you're
They're going to
good
make
to
sure
go.
you're happy. And then, of course, the auditorium's nice, the school's neat. I told Baden the last time I was right here in this, well, it wasn't in this room because they've redone it.
Yes.
But it was when it was more like a auditorium like you see in the old schools with you're basically on the basketball gym floor.
Yeah.
Bingo. I was their celebrity bingo
Wow.
caller. A tornado came through the parking lot, literally. We were all doing bingo, and it was stormy and rainy, and then it got really scary, and it got loud, and the wind picked up really weird, and then they finally told everybody to hunker down. We all went out thinking a hallway, or like 200 of us hunkered down, and we thought it was coming in the auditorium because it was below sea level, I think. Anyway, we flooded, and then
Oh, my goodness.
I got to tell you, the people of Maplesville are very resilient because once the tornado went by and we were flooded and we were in about ankle-deep water in the auditorium, we went back to playing bingo.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you go. We finished the bingo game, and when Mary and I walked out to our car out in the parking lot, we were in a foot of water. I mean, water was over our ankles. It had flooded the whole area. I mean, it was that much rain and stuff.
Oh, my gosh.
Everybody was so nice.
They've had this redone. You can tell they've got some new seating out there. It's been painting, and the lights. Oh my gosh, there's lights everywhere. They're about to blind me. Actually,
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah,
Baden
really
makes
neat.
sure he's like, I'm going to be blinded by the light this morning.
Blinded by the
So,
light.
how was your Thanksgiving? Did you have a good one? You had family come in.
I did. I had my son and daughter-in-law and my 2 grandsons who are huge. One of them's like 14 and the other one's 17 or 18, almost 18. And
Wow.
and I don't know where it came from.
Well,
it didn't come out of either one of our. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, both my nephews, I got to see one, my sister's son and my brother's son.
Good.
Both came for Thanksgiving.
Where do they live?
One nephew is in Tampa.
Dua.
Yeah, he's lived up there for about 20 years or more. He
Wow.
loves it. But my one nephew, that the last time I saw was, about to my nose.
Be a beast.
And then my other nephew, he's of them they look like beanstalks,
Yep.
because they're so
they've
tall.
grown so
But
fast.
the one nephew's he wrestles, so he's kind of filled out some. But I was like, I cannot get over these kids. What are y'all feeding them?
I know.
They're taller than all of everybody put together. They're taller.
Jefferson, Georgia. You told me that.
We fried the turkey, and it was funny because the minute we talked about frying the turkey, this was like on Wednesday night, we were talking about it, and he goes, "Have you priced peanut oil lately?" And I
By
said, "That is
golly,
so funny."
I said
you
the same
that.
thing.
You said that last week.
Or
Well, we didn't, thank goodness.
2 full-size turkeys. But we fried the okra in it.
Oh, why not?
We
Why not
tried
fry
to use that
everything?
oil as
Make it-
best
yeah.
we could,
We did. He did the turkey. He infused or injected it
Right.
with Creole butter.
Right, that's what we did.
Oh, it came out
That's
so
so good,
tender,
didn't it?
juicy. It was.
We brined
perfect.
ours and then injected it. It was great. I'm glad my buddy Croc was there.
Yeah.
Because he is the fryer expert. I would set the world together, and I was always the guy that put the lid. He said I was dangerous trying to do, because I'd almost like throw the top at it and run. So now he hired I mean, he enlisted a
Many of us in the kitchen. My stepmom was like, "There's too many cooks in the kitchen."
If somebody
and
get out.
I gladly took my leave. I had prepared my green bean casserole, which was my contribution, and
You were ready to-
I just went on and started watching some TV.
There you go, football and all that good stuff.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Whoa, we got to talk about some football too.
we will.
We talked about high school football already a little bit. We're going to talk about with this team. And what they've accomplished so far this year. And last year, I didn't get to be a part of the whole thing. I came in mid-season, so I got to,
You've been here for the whole ride this year.
For the last of it. I've been for the whole time. And I'm still amazed that they've had 10 shutouts for the season.
I mean,
like
10
of the games, nobody scored a point. Yeah.
That's unprecedented.
I mean, it really is.
These kids, they have to work really hard.
No points were scored, but even on the ones I did play, the margin was huge.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. All right. I want to say good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Ro. That's my ride or die there. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Miss Lisa with Suits Me. Appreciate y'all watching. Listen to OCD because we're off center on the camera. Show sponsors. Thank you to Chilton Mobile Home Supply, Country Financial Insurance, Central Alabama Wellness. Also, thank you to Coca-Cola United of Montgomery. Here we go. We're about to pop the top.
Good. I've been wanting to.
This is for you, Mikey.
I'm going to get this.
Get the one you like. Okay, are you ready? One. That's the first thing I've had to drink all morning.
Oh, me too. Well, I did have coffee at home, but that was an hour ago.
Oh, goodness. I didn't have anything.
Good.
Because so the video may lag a little bit because we're in this high school and the internet is
Do they have a no cell phone policy at this school, or do no schools?
Outside of that, they don't need Puckett show without them. And also we broadcast live from the Clanton Tractor Studio Monday through Friday.
We're in the Clanton Tractor Auditorium.
I wanted to tell you, game.
No, you were ready well ahead of time.
And I was like, wait a minute, why is this game on? And hubby got home,
and I was so tired by the end of the game. I'd bounce. So I had been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, cooking. Of course, we got our grandkids and leaving too. I know because I'm not used to that kind of activity, and nothing against them. I'm just not used to that level of teenage activity. Anyway, I was kind of. And I wanted to take me a little nap, but I had stuff to do, and we didn't have anybody over or anything for the game. It was just me and Mary. Well, we went to the lake and watched it with Croc and Jeanette, our friends at the lake. And, I mean, I had a hard game. It was an amazing game. Auburn
was listening to look, I fell asleep a lot during that game. I struggled so hard to stay awake. But I heard the announcers talk about the noise there, and I also, when I was listening to Maplesville on Friday, I could at some point it was so loud I could barely hear Jason and Van talking, and I was having to turn it up as loud as I could on my phone to.
I love that fan support. I love the we were in. I'm an Alabama fan. You're an Auburn fan. Everything's great, but we were in. The stadium I can't even imagine how Alabama's line heard anything.
Yeah.
It had to, because that was an amazing shot. And that eagle, oh my God, it's just a beautiful sight.
It is.
That eagle I don't know what, that's one of the most, I think it's probably one of the most, if not the most exciting thing that can happen before a football game. I don't care what flies over, like jets or whatever, what animal you bring out. That flying of the golden eagle is amazing.
I know, it's amazing.
It really is. I've been trying to figure out if there's a way they can, breed an elephant.
16. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk some more Thanksgiving and things going on around the area, and then around 7:30 or so, we will start having coaches and players, and Jason will come up and join us, and it'll be all Maplesville. So y'all stay with us. Your little auditorium, the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Workout
Workout Anytime in Clanton is now open. Your fitness, your schedule. We have top-of-the-line treadmills and weights, but we are more than just a gym. We bring luxury and results to your fitness routine. Relax in our sauna. Dynamic classes. Need guidance? Our personal trainers are here to help you set your goals, stay motivated, and get real results. This is your space, your time, your transformation. Open 24/7. Workout Anytime, now open in Clanton.
Traditions come and go. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you. Whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss, Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
They are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Under 0077 or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
We are back. The time is
7:19.
7:19. Thank you. You're broadcasting live from Maplesville High School auditorium because, man, oh man, Maplesville is burning up the fields. They have set this football season on absolute fire.
By the way, Jason, I just want to say, it's exciting and you do a great job.
You do.
That's why I'm wearing this this headset. I'm wearing a headset with a mic because when I grow up, I want to be like Jason.
Mike, be like Bill. Don't be like Jason.
No. I set the bar a little higher than being like Bill.
I am blessed to be able to work with two young men, younger men. So it comes with the nature of what I'm called in life to do. But I just tell you what happens. I think the magic happens with what Van and Wesley does.
Now, who's Van and Wesley?
Van Clements is our color commentary. And he is the brilliant football mind. He comes from a long line of high school football coaches. His dad was, his brothers are. Van, the brilliance of Van is that, number one, he is processing all the time. And to listen, my favorite part of the broadcast is listening to him explain football, because he does it in such a way that you can understand it if you don't know anything about the game.
Good point.
He explains things. He may use terminology from football coaches, but then he turns around and explains the who's, what's, and whys of it.
Which is good for some people who may know enough about football, but not everything.
Well, you got parents
football.
And grandparents and family members listening to the game. They may not understand anything technical about football. And if they're listening and not even able to see, to have that ability to bring it alive.
You can't see it most of the time. We're finding folks that are listening to it while they're sitting there watching it. They're watching the video feed on the state video feed.
Oh, and they're listening to you guys.
It's just a privilege. And then we watch the numbers because we can tell where folks are listening from. 25 states last week and a couple of countries. That has been the reoccurring thing from gets your attention.
Yeah, that's so cool, isn't it?
Because you really find out where people are. If it's military, you really figure out where they're stationed around the country. There's some of those people that sometimes we won't mention where they're listening from because we know if they're there, they don't want everybody to know they're there.
They're there for a reason.
It's just one of those things. And another part of the broadcast I love, and this is where we've watched this young man develop over the years, is Wesley Holsenbach. He's the Larry Puckett Chevrolet sideline reporter. He's there to open up the game pregame. He's there to interview the coaches pregame, before the kickoff, halftime, and postgame. And he has just developed. He puts a very simple question on the table, backs away, and lets them talk.
Lets them answer.
Which is what the great the great sideline reporters
Yep.
do.
Right.
So
They're
we
they're
just
teeing it
enjoy
up
each
and
other.
letting the other people hit the ball.
Most of the time it's completely over Wesley's head, which is even more fun.
Yeah, that is
So,
even better.
It's
isn't
almost like we can have a normal conversation, but it feels like we're talking in code.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, you've certainly had the last couple of seasons, but this season here at Maplesville, I mean, 14-0 and all the shutouts. That's got to be an amazing thing to witness for this season because, I mean,
Jim Hubbard was here. His last state championship team, first state championship team, they've always been a powerhouse in seasons.
Really?
At any class in 92 years of their history. 61 winning seasons in all those years because the people involved with the program are just special people. I've known Brad Abbott for years. Long before I was doing this, I was a student pastor and was his team chaplain when he was a head coach at Jemison. And deep respect for Brad, not just because he is a fantastic football coach, but you're talking about a really good. And his youngest son, Aiden, is a tight end and linebacker on this team. His wife, Gina, works for the State Board of Education in Montgomery. She used to be the principal here. It's just a rich connection to the community.
They had won, and they were headed to state. And, I mean, I loved how just laid back and, you know, it's like, you know, I talked about, it's game by game with Coach. He is like, we'll celebrate Friday, but Saturday morning it's time to get, you know, it's time to focus again on the week ahead. It's really, you know, he's taught his players the same thing. The amount of discipline that you've seen from this team, you just don't see that all the time. And you're just like, how does that happen? But Coach Abbott, I mean, he's got it down. I mean, and these boys know what's expected of them, and they do it.
It has a lot to do with the character of the kid too. Mm-hmm. When you have that small community mentality, these probably less than 175 high school students total. Mm-hmm. Probably more in the neighborhood of about 110 or 115 if I were side. When they're down in that 3 or 4 point stance, that guy next to him means more to them than just a teammate. That's brother. So that I have your back mentality and I'm playing for my brother, it goes a long way. That's what a lot of folks don't understand. This doesn't just come together by accident, and it's not held together by bubble gum and duct tape. This is a day-to-day, hard work, process-driven grind, and these kids buy into it because established as the Maplesville way.
Yeah, it's a good way too.
It is.
I
It
mean,
works.
It's amazing.
It works.
To watch this. You know, when you're from a community, you want to see the football teams do well. Right. You can't help but get invested. But I mean, I live in Calera, and I'm more invested in what's happening here in Maplesville than I have been any other team I've been around, just because of what I've seen, how it all works together. Yeah. You know, I love that the community, plural, come together for this team heading off to state. We were talking about the noise being so loud. I couldn't almost hear the broadcast because, I mean, all the cool I heard you get excited a couple of times.
Well, it's the same personality from Verbena. You see people from Thorsby. You see people from Jemison. You see people from Clanton. Mm-hmm. You see people from Isabella. When this is going on, everybody in the community recognizes that this is an uncommonly good team, that there's something special here. So the county, you know, they might want to beat the brakes off Maplesville during the season, but right now, everybody, more or less, is wanting this to end up with a 15-win season and holding up that blue Alabama trophy. We want to call it right down the middle. We want to get excited for both teams because we're here to promote the student athlete. There's nothing more that we're here to do. We're not here to make money. we're not here to be about us. We're here to talk about these kids and their community. The home broadcast team.
Exactly.
Let's be honest, we are, which is the way it should be, regardless of what you're taught in community. Paul, coaches, cheerleaders, staff, administration are going to live and die by the team. The only way that we do right by that team is
sister, you can just have a horrible argument, but somebody outside comes in and starts messing with your brother, you're going to get,
Exactly.
and that's what this is. It's, Chilton County, everybody's proud of all the student athletes, right? I mean, Clanton, Verbena, everybody's proud now supporting this team against outsiders, which might be 2 counties over or somewhere else in the state. No, it is. And, I was so impressed. You can tell the community is amazing here in Maplesville because all these people would come over and we were doing a little pep rally ahead of time. And you find out this guy would come over and say, my grandson's playing, on this team, and we're so proud of him. His dad played on the team, and when I played on the, it's like, oh my God, you're looking, like you said, a 180-year legacy.
Yeah.
And this is deep in people's, there are grandsons and dads and grandfathers and great-grandfathers that played on this team, and it's a legacy for a lot of these people.
Think about it, you get 4, in this community maybe more so than any of the other ones, maybe for Bena. Just because you're isolated. You're not on the main stretch. You don't have as much opportunity to get out and go and leave. There's a lot of times you look in this connection to these football teams.
Yeah.
And that's you can't buy that.
No.
You can't write that story. That doesn't show up. That's right.
Isolated and
came past there this morning, by the way.
I don't know
Really?
where I came past.
Sunrise in Isabella is.
I went down there for a pep rally or something years ago, and I just, there was no GPS back then and all, and I'm following this route, and I think someone's pulling my leg. There's no school. I'm out here in pasture land, and I go, oh, there's a school. And it was like it was lowered by a UF. There should be a school here.
It down in
yeah,
there.
it's amazing. And I'm not saying that negative. Isabella's a beautiful school, and boy, there's another group of folks that are very proud of the fact that they are unique in their school because they are isolated to that point. But it's amazing. And this team this year, I mean, you were talking about the coach and about that coach reminds me a lot. I hope this isn't a bad, but he's a GOAT, Nick Saban, because he believes in the process and he believes in character development in his players.
Yeah.
He's not just there to play football. He's there to build character and to build young men and good citizens, not only so valuable, but amazing.
Yeah.
You talk about his calm demeanor.
Yeah, he's just like.
This is what I have discovered about Brad Abbott over the years.
I didn't get to see it. Did he jump up and down at the game?
No,
he didn't.
no. Here's what he does. We see the duck on the surface, but he's kicking like a pack of ninjas between the surface.
I got you.
So he that's why I would love to know how many steps he has his things that he does. It's just him, and he's been that way as long as I've known him, but just won't disclose. But the coaching staffs he's a part of always have a good time because they enjoy each other, and there's great camaraderie on those coaching staffs, and it has a lot to do with the environment that he generates. Because when it's football time, it's football time.
Right.
But when it's time to be a guy, time to be a dad, time to be a husband, there's that time.
The balance of camaraderie, there's got to be the balance of fun. Really, it's, we call it a football game. It's supposed to be. It's hard work. It can be dangerous. It can be horrible in some ways, but it's supposed to be positive and fun.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, that was me in front of them.
Yeah, every
She said they
game.
really do love me. I apologize over and over. Piper Peach, y'all are my favorite people.
Well, we love Angel too. She makes.
Is she the one that was shaking the cowbell and screaming the whole time? Because that's what
Or
I
was she
heard.
the one with the train whistle,
No,
train
she
horn?
does not have the train horn. She does not have the train. That's Rowdy Rhodes' mom, I believe.
She's amazing.
She's Cade's mom, and she is just number one. She loves her son. Number two, she loves this team. She loves this school,
And she loves to make
she
noise.
loves-
And
Papa
she
Peach.
can't help. And she loves Piper Peach. Distinct voice, and there's a distinct pitch. There's, it's Angel. And that has become one of the things that we love the most. It's just, and our best interactions are always before the game because people will come by and they will hang in the press box as we hang out of the press box just to talk. We're at the stadium. So we're having a great time every place that we stop as we go. And Piper Peach the last couple of years has been so welcomed. And people have such kind things to say.
Yeah.
Our interactions have been wonderful with our community, and we love what we do so much. And we love football, and we enjoy that. But, man, we love these communities.
Yeah.
We live in a very special place.
You're right, we do. I want to say good morning to some folks. Good morning to Mike Baker, our Coca-Cola man. My bad, I call him my band. Martina, Dee Dee, Hal, and Monet. Thank y'all. My gosh,
morning,
we got
Hal.
lots of folks saying good morning. We appreciate y'all very much.
As if that was which Hal was that?
Hal Harrison.
Yeah.
He said his kids are 4th generation.
Yeah.
4th.
Wow.
He was a player. He
played?
Listen, yeah, Hal was a couple years
wild.
younger than I am. Darn him. But he's a couple years younger than I am. But we do have something in common. It's not. Look,
Yeah.
Their bye week. Hal took his son Brennan's a kicker. And these are Maplesville people. His wife Chrissy grew up here. They took a quick trip on the bye week, long weekend, and went down to Disney. So
Wow. They must be Disney poor.
They're
You're
Disney
Disney
poor
poor,
like
yeah.
our family.
I
Good
love
morning,
it.
Christine. All right, we're going to take a break. We are way overdue on our break. It is 7:40. When we come back, have you heard from Coach or anybody yet so far? We may be 8 o'clock
Listen,
before
Baden's
we
over
get
there.
some in.
I think Baden just woke up, so hopefully he'll get
Poor
himself
guy.
together. He wanted to go by Valley Grand this morning and have him some huevos rancheros.
Oh,
Do they
you-
open for breakfast?
Oh no.
No.
Oh, okay.
He
He
was
was
disappointed.
going to knock on the back
Yeah.
door and ask them to fix him some eggs, chicken or
food.
eggs.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be talking some more Maplesville football. So y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Pie Right Back.
Is your go-to destination for top quality 23 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, window solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-CONVENIENCE. Looking for the perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then an indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole. Plus, automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers. So everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Rock. Come for the fun. Stay for the challenge. Diesel repair. Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where would like to express our sincere gratitude are here to make it to be the home their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-35.
I was telling my Maplesville story.
Yeah, I got the one that y'all didn't do, Which
story this
Yeah.
morning.
You
got that story
we
this
got that one before the
What
flood.
I was telling everybody, I was living in Selma, working at a radio station in Selma, Birmingham. So I came right by Maplesville High School from Selma, and it's about not quite halfway, but it was a good place to stop and break. So I'd pull over, and for a couple of years, it was my standard to stop in front of Maplesville and let the dog out in the little grassy area, sniffing around, looking for a place to use the bathroom. And I decided I needed to do that too. So I had to void my bladder. And so I did. And for the first time in 2.5 years or so, police pulled up. A policeman pulled up.
Probably got his attention was the
I had just been wormed earlier that day, and I needed to relieve myself. But, I mean, he was very kind. I told him the whole story, and he just laughed, and off I went.
Well, sometimes
That
you
was
just
1
gotta
o'clock in the
go,
morning,
I
by the way,
guess.
which was also a little weird for him that this guy's out there.
Not
with
that we're promoting people stopping and
to relieve
pooping and
themselves.
peeing. Relieving
No.
themselves. Please
No,
don't
I'm not
do that.
promoting it at all.
Don't do that.
And I will remind you, this was in the 70s where there were no cell phones, no phones hardly. I mean, till I got to, maybe Montevallo. So, and even then, I don't know if anything was open at 1 in the morning.
No.
5 o'clock, it's time to shut the town down,
Yes. And don't worry. After 12 on Wednesdays, you're not catching anybody open. Well,
Yeah, that's
maybe a cook
Used to.
You had your preacher, and then afterwards, you stand around and
school.
Yep. Golly, I think that was probably the mentality.
I
there.
guess it was. I don't know.
We were talking about who would you say had the train horn for the crowd?
April. It's
Some
Rowdy's
lady
mom.
said, we bet we could get April to bring it in here.
No, that's not necessary.
Yeah. Thank you, April, but I know you're busy,
No.
and we appreciate it.
Wait
But
15 minutes. There'll be a real train come through out on the tracks, and we'll be able to hear it, so it'll be fine.
I just think that would be so neat to be able to hear that.
I want one of those train horns so bad.
What would just let Therese get closed and viral?
Horn. She came to that pep rally, and I was just blown away by it. And so she let me actually hold her
She made it?
DeWalt drill
With the drill.
train horn.
That's
Yeah.
what gets me. You can buy kits. Baden looked it up. You can buy the
On.
The last
Des-
time I went to Gatlinburg, I bought one of the little wooden train.
Oh, yeah, the little-
whistles
you blow into
for-
it. Yeah, I
for
love
my
those.
son. Yeah, that was a
Were you
terrible
regretting-
mistake.
10,000 decibels and multiple horns at that.
Well, when it comes out of nowhere from the back seat.
Oh, scares
and
you
you're
to death. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Chattanooga.
Did you almost wreck when that thing came out?
Well, it's Chattanooga. If you don't almost wreck, you don't go through
Yeah,
Chattanooga.
you're right.
So it was an adventure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bet it was. Did
Yeah, my
did that
brother
train
lives
horn
in
get thrown out a
Sargassy,
window?
so-
I'm thinking it's still floating somewhere
In the
middle of
river,
Tennessee.
Tennessee
Yeah,
River.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
Did it go
Lake
out the window?
Gunnersville.
Because it was Lookout Mountain on one side, Tennessee River, and Lookout Tennessee. There's a train horn.
It may be down in Gunnersville now.
It may be.
Oh, that's hilarious. Good morning, Des. He says he's going to put off work for a while to listen in today.
Oh,
We
neat.
appreciate that.
Me too.
Me too.
I'm retired. No problem.
We get him just because he feels bad for us, I think.
Who?
You.
Oh no, y'all give me
they
the
need
chance
help.
to do something. Y'all put up with me.
No.
Well,
no,
Jason, are you going to call this game, this state game?
I will be there.
And that's in Protective Stadium in
It is.
Birmingham. So do they put you up in the fancy press box and all that up there?
That is my understanding. This is a little bit different scenario for me this year than it was last year. Before the second round playoff game, on my 15th wedding anniversary, I decided having a playoff game, development point rosters, all that stuff. So on the dropped information, all the stuff off.
Packet.
So the fact that I can walk into Protective Stadium and have a chance, I've done NCAA tournament basketball, probably the thing that I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
I get to do this with a bunch of folks that I dearly love.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
hope
this is a special.
I hope
can
it's
tell
not only special. I hope it also comes out as a win.
Yeah.
That's what we
Gosh, I
want
want that
to.
to happen. You so bad.
Absolutely. And that game kicks off at 3 o'clock.
Really?
So Thursday is a packed day of championship games at Protective Stadium.
Now, last year, if I'm not mistaken, it started
Baden's buying lunch Thursday, and we're all flabbergasted. Get ready.
Van talking about, and that was hilarious. And I cannot believe Baden would not
get
No,
candy to throw
Well,
out.
he looks at it as
Baton's a little
spending.
bit of
I'm
a
looking at it as an
tightwad.
investment. He's a tightwad.
You know, and the thing is, I'm on his side on one thing. It was better not to throw any candy than to throw those stupid Starlight mints that everybody hates.
Oh, I got you that.
You know,
I'm with
first
you
of
on
all,
that.
everybody hates those, and they hurt when they hit you because they're hard. They're like little
Yes, they
bullets.
do.
I
I got hit Friday night. The little cheerleader has not been able to make it to the press box with the candy that she's throwing.
She
all
had
year
an
long.
arm that night.
She was fine. So I'm sure it was some sort of hard candy.
At least she got some candy out. Well, you know, he figures if he can do that, he'd
even go to Sam's and buy that cheap
bulk
bubble
stuff.
gum.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you can buy that for like $2 and get 1,000,000 pieces of bubble gum.
That's the way to do it.
McDonald's.
Look, he hides the paper towels and the toilet paper at the office
I know.
too. We basically have to sign out whenever we get any of it.
Well, he's frugal.
Pieces.
And you have to
He's frugal.
explain why the toilet paper roll is empty. I don't know who came before me. I cannot answer that question, but yeah.
But you
I don't know
know,
what you had for lunch. That could be a problem
well,
in
yeah,
itself.
right, it sure is. I go to Taco Bell often.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, so I
You need a bed
eat
sheet.
after I
you
leave
don't need
the.
you don't need toilet paper.
That's funny. All right, so while we're waiting to get some coaches ball, over the weekend, 5 new coaches were hired for teams that had fired their coaches. Let's start. We're going to start with Lane Kiffin because I can't stand him. But
I
here's the
like
thing.
Lane.
I don't. I think he's a joke. To tell them, you know, I'm not really entertaining, but I'm kind of entertaining. Just want to see what they have to say, what they needed to know.
Yeah.
Because if you weren't going anywhere, you would just say, everybody cool your jets. I'm not going anywhere. So we all now he wants to still coach the last game. And if he doesn't get to do that, he says he's going to take all of the coaching staff with him to LSU.
Just let's be honest though.
Most people do, though, don't
They were all going to LSU
Anyway, yeah.
LSU, for whatever reason, is a money-making endeavor. LSU has the money. Even if you got the money, honey, he's got the time.
Darn right.
So 12 million.
Does this not remind you of
12 million
Saban at LSU? I mean, he did the same thing in reverse in LSU. He told him,
And he did the same in college football anymore. And if it is a catch-22. You do what you need to do right. Chances were he's not. You don't like Kiffin, fine, but you can't doubt that he is a fantastic.
He's a good
football
coach. He
and
is.
players play for him.
They do.
Yeah,
So
true, I guess.
I have a friend who was
Get
a
what you
coach
can.
under him when he was at Florida Atlantic, and then he followed him to Ole Miss. And, you know, the thing is, he said the guy is, when he can build camaraderie with his team, he takes them out on a boat, kind of like Saban used to do on Lake Tuscaloosa, and he builds team esprit de corps. And the guy he does perform. Money got so big, you could make, 12 million, 22 million, 21 million out of 8. I mean, you can play one season and go home with 9 or 10 or 12 million dollars.
fired it at LSU.
I loved
I love Coach O.
Go
I did
Tigers.
too. I thought
Go
he was a good
Tigers.
one.
They
understand,
were
where'd he
talking.
stand?
What door do you want me to walk out of?
Right.
Because you walk out with that massive buyout.
Yeah. You
Listen.
can't go feel. I mean, you can't feel too sorry for them. Worry about whether they have enough money to, for the rest of their life. They're good.
What you get yourself into, and by the way, this is what Auburn has gotten themselves into. When you fail to make a long-term commitment, even though you tell somebody it's going to be a long-term commitment and you write the size contracts that you've written, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that I've got to improve on, but you've made poor decision after poor decision in head coaches. And how many now are you paying?
I know.
You're
About
paying
5 of them,
4
aren't they?
or 5
Yeah.
that you still have payouts going to.
And will for years on some of them.
You've crippled your ability in this day and age. You might have got away with it 20 years ago. Or you make bad decisions, hype, and you fail to be paid.
They dumped a couple of them way fast.
But Franklin, who had everywhere he went, but you had one bad way that don't know how football really goes, and not letting the people that know football control football. If you want a good program, if you don't want to pay out more than you make, director's position is exclusively CEO, and most of them know very little about the individual sports they direct. You've got a problem.
That's true.
It's become big money business, not sports and athletics.
And it's not athletics. It's not amateur athletics anymore.
No, it's professional football.
A major
or professional
business.
Right.
It's business.
And Auburn's always let their upper tier alumni control a lot of stuff. At some point, they'd realize that what they're doing. Wait a minute, we're something. Auburn.
At some point, because you're letting an inferiority complex that are important in terms of putting together a football program.
Keeping your eyes on the prize.
Let's roll all the way back to Tuberville.
Yep.
All right? Nobody really liked Bowden, all right? But he could coach football.
Yeah.
Nobody really liked Tuberville because he comes across as a jerk.
He does.
But
he could play. He could coach
football. He could take less and get more out of them. If you just leave Tuberville alone, they beat Alabama 6 years in a row.
I know. I remember that well.
That was ugly. It didn't help that Alabama was a train wreck program at that point.
Right.
Tuberville was just they manipulated him right on.
I guess I don't even know how to say his name. Never heard of him.
He's a no-nonsense kind of guy. He's done a great job at South Florida. And think about it for a minute. You've got Miami, you've got Florida State, you've got the University of Florida, but this guy's pulling in good recruits. This guy's winning football games at a relatively young football program in terms of South Florida, especially on the major Division I level. Is it a different name than anybody else expected? Yes. But in the grand scheme, when you look at the resume, does it make sense? Absolutely.
LSU got
Kiffin,
and he also got $25 million to spend in NIL, so that didn't hurt. That's what I'm thinking.
Long-term solution, I would say Pete Golding probably has the shortest. Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah. All right. It's 8:06.
But you know what? If he does well, if they let him stay in there for this next season, and he does well, and their team they've got a lot of returning players, that might redeem him and them thinking, well, maybe
that staff was going to take the next step up.
It would have been
Pete Golding anyway.
Yeah.
So
it depends on how many leave to go with Kiffin and how that.
There will be attrition.
Oh, who are they playing?
11-1 or
that's right. Who knows?
Whatever they were, and not get a playoff spot because Kiffin's not the head coach is absolutely ridiculous. Those young men on that team, regardless of who's coach, have played to earn that spot. So that should never have been a consideration.
Agreed.
But there's going to be a lot of attention paid to Golding during the next few weeks as the playoffs unfold.
For sure, it will be. All right, it's 8:07. We're going to take a break. When we come back, think we'll have a coach or principal or.
So I think we just be patient. They'll be here.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Pete's Radio. Therese, Dollar Bill.
For the following programs: aesthetics, manicurist, waxing, cosmetology, barbering, and the instructor crossover program. We're offering small class sizes for available. Find us on Facebook or visit uhaway.com for more information on our discounted enrollment rates. You are rewarded.
Furniture that's built to last from people pride in personal service. Sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life. It's the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family.
Workout Anytime in Clanton is now open. Your fitness, your fitness routine. Relax in our sauna and tanning and push your limits with adults. This is your space, your time.
Are benchmarks in any era, the process, or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Loved ones' final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, when you need us.
Hey, Therese, we're back. Did you know that?
Oh, no. Are we back now? I'm still waiting.
We're live.
I heard voices. I heard the commercial still going. I
You're
didn't
hearing
want to
voices?
interrupt.
They say the place is haunted. I'm just telling you. It could be.
I'm here, Piper Pizza Radio. I got Dollar Bill and Jason Bill about his Thanksgiving.
Kind of fell to my wife and I, brother and his wife and his adult kids came down. It was a big crowd. We had a good time. We were all down at Mother's house. They're just outside of Thorsby. But it was a good day. We all got together about 12:30 and spent the afternoon. And it was good.
It was a beautiful day. A little bit of eating going on. I was doing that.
We don't eat like we used to. I can remember that we would destroy a table of food, but now
Went back for plate number 2 with some specifics that I found really extra delicious. But then we ate on it. I mean, the rest of the time we were there. I mean, we didn't eat another separate meal. We just
kept eating.
Kept eating Thanksgiving stuff till it was gone.
See that's the problem. We started with our church Thanksgiving meal. We do a church-wide Thanksgiving meal the Tuesday night before Thanksgiving. We all get together. Each year raises about $10,000.
Really?
Just like a plate of Toll House chocolates, and people are getting in bidding wars over it.
I love it.
It's fun. So I get to you go and I help my mom, who has helped her. I was eating. I'm so sick of Thanksgiving food. I can't stand it.
Yeah, I get tired of turkey quick, but I never get tired of ham. I can eat. To me, we didn't have enough ham. I like bowl, passing through the kitchen. Let me go get some more and pass back through and let me get another one. And I didn't really do that this time. But we had a banana pudding cake. You ever had that?
I don't like bananas, so no, Jason. I would not do that.
I love banana pudding.
You don't like bananas? I don't think I've ever met anybody who didn't like bananas until now.
I can't stand bananas.
Is it because they're mushy or what?
No, it's because I don't know if it's potassium. I don't know if it's an allergy. But
really?
I just know I can't eat a banana.
Wow.
That was an odd sound coming.
There was a
Chiquita bananas.
Coming.
No, I don't like bananas. However, so.
Whew,
but there was a lot of other good stuff. I may be different. I love carrot cake.
It's good for you.
But
man, we had some banana cake. It was
banana pudding.
It does banana pudding.
I love banana pudding. What?
Banana pudding.
I like
with cake.
Pudding minus the banana.
She'd make banana. She'd make.
I had that for lunch yesterday after church at one of the local cafes.
You had what?
Which Baden will not let me mention a name, but that's
was
the highlight of the meal, as a matter of fact.
It's the what?
The peach pudding. That was like every other kind of pudding they make, except it just had some peaches mashed up in it.
I would like that a lot.
It was good. Yeah.
I love peach
If
pudding.
it's something with a pudding consistency and throw a vanilla
whipped cream on top, and some do it with meringue. I like banana pudding as much if it.
I can't do it. It tastes weird.
I love it.
What it looks like though when it starts.
I love the pond scum.
You like the
I
pond
love the pond scum.
Well,
no, out.
And I like the
Absolutely not.
I like the meringue too.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind the brown meringue. I don't mind that so much.
Yeah, that's kind of like toasting a marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm hungry. Dang it!
I will tell you, I'm starving.
Huevos rancheros.
What time do they open?
Not that I'm going to ever eat that, but I just like saying it, and I'm proud of myself to be able to say that.
It is pretty.
What is it?
Salt.
Who's banging?
The auditorium.
Here.
Wow.
Today is and I came away with an outfit. Black Friday shopped and bought myself something.
You were a Thanksgiving baby this year.
Yeah, I was. Then we went to the Tanger outlet, and we were early enough to where it wasn't.
Did you buy
so
any
bad.
Tangers?
I didn't buy any Tangers, but I did buy some stuff for my granddaughter and my son, and we were doing so good. All the stores were just busy, but not crazy, until we went to Marshall's. Turned to the side. It was too many people, too much stuff piled into a small area. Well, it's actually a big store, but they had so much stuff in it, it seemed small. And I got up and then
when I'm scrolling through Amazon, sitting in my recliner. But Bill, did you notice this? She was talking about all the people that she bought for, but I don't see anything for me.
I didn't
or
hear.
you.
I didn't hear either our names
We're-
in there.
No. So for me, her Black Friday shopping was a swing and a miss because we got nothing out of it.
Hey, I came back. Here I am.
Exactly.
Wearing my outfit that I bought.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't remember who bought me what I've got on. I don't know if it was me or somebody
Oh,
else.
I know who
but
bought.
you know,
My wife bought
Yeah,
what I'm
well,
wearing. I don't buy nothing.
Like we have coach and a player, so we're going to take a break and we're going to get everything set up over here.
A
Yay,
coach
I
and
know
a player.
This is what y'all been waiting on. The comments are, where's the guys? Y'all stay with us. You're listening, AKA today, known as the Clinton Tractor.
Auditorium.
Yeah, the Clinton
Struggling
Tractor
with that
Studio.
tractor.
So we'll be right back. Y'all stay with us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a right of youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. CentralAlabamaWellness.org.
Choma. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures in windows. Enhanced functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-HILTON. Where quality and compete and have fun with friends or family, then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Coming this June. Whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole, plus automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers, so everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun.
We are back. The time is 8:23. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Jason here with you now. Dollar Bill's taking a break because he's retired and he can take as many breaks as he wants. I have with me Coach Abbott and Pierce. Say your last name.
Jurgen.
Jurgen. I want to make sure I say it just right. He's number 5. I do know that. And you are the main guy on the team. The quarterback does. They are the team leader. You're a senior. And the
all the guys that I grew up with.
It is like, and I think you probably could attribute a lot of that to Coach Abbott as well, the way he leads the whole team. So let's talk about Coach Abbott and what it's like to play for him. And you've played for him, I guess, your whole high school career. So you've done a lot of growing up while you've been under his, I guess.
And that goes to all the coaches, but it's
On the sidelines. Jason said he paces a lot. He walks back and forth. He'd like to know how many steps he takes throughout the game.
I think that he kind of
Yeah. I mean, every once in a while you just okay, so what was it like knowing these last 2 games were they were big games in that the teams that you played, they were like, we want Maplesville. We are ready to put it on Maplesville. All in a day's work. I mean, it was just like you just went out there, you did your job, and now you're focusing on the state playoffs. But that moment when you realized, hey, we're going back to state again, how was that for you?
It felt great, especially knowing the feeling last year after we lost.
Yeah.
And I mean,
you're practicing. Is it hard to stay focused to the point to where you're like, okay, this is practice. I'm practicing with my teammates, but I've got to focus on what I could potentially be playing on that field. Is it hard to separate that out for you?
I think it kind of just goes just based off week to week, what the other team's doing, kind of how they're lining up, and just going game to game and worrying about the game that week.
Last year when we talked, you were like, yeah, we celebrate Friday night after the win, but on Saturday morning, you wake up and you already have to focus for the next week. How hard or easy was that to instill into these guys throughout, these rounded and focused to the point to where here you are undefeated, and you've had 10 shutouts in the season. Let's talk about that a little bit. That's amazing.
Yes, again, it's just words used a lot called process of how we do things and how we kind of keep it as a week-to-week thing, but it's the kids really buy into it, and you try certain tricks or psychological types deals with them to try to keep them focused. But as a coach, you get nervous about them, especially after playing for a state championship and losing and having as many kids as we did coming back. Their eyes, you worried the whole year they would maybe looking ahead to, thinking they're automatically going back, and so we just kind of kept it. This year, we never even put the bracket up in the field house. We used to put the playoff bracket where they could see what's going on throughout the state. Not this year. The only team that was on our board was the team we were playing that Friday. We didn't even talk about what round it was. As far as we could go, we were just going to play every Friday night, and we were going to even probably end up practicing the next Monday until somebody from the state called us and said, "Guys, you're not in the playoffs anymore." We were just going to keep going until somebody told us we couldn't play anymore. But this year, of course, it was different, of course, with the fact that we did make it all the way last year. And where they're at, and they put the work in, and they have been very, very focused. Best thing about this week is they can look ahead because there ain't but one left. And so there's no more worry about them looking ahead because they've made it to where they need to get to, and they just got to finish the race.
Jason, he's called all the games for all the playoffs, and he gets to look up or look down from the press box and watch you guys play. Jason, talk about some of the things that you've seen just from last year to this year, and how they've played, and what you've seen on the
this now, and to watch. Plays got to be made. Maybe they didn't see you do on time last year. Maybe you were ahead of schedule by a year. Being there last year, you came on at the end of the year and just played great. It just came together. But it's a maturity, I think. You can see it with the way you play, the way that you interact with each other, the way you go about your business. Talk about, if you would, Pierce, how this team has matured between last year's final and now as you go into this season's final.
Well, I think kind of like Coach Abbott was saying, we were looking at it as like not playing it week to week, and we were looking for the goal until we just had to stop playing. But like I said, this year we've kind of just went like, this is who we're.
From a physical standpoint, it seems like now you're stronger. Maybe the biggest difference is watching the level of defense that you guys play. You spend your time on the sidelines when the defense is on the field. What's it like for you watching this defense play week in and week out?
It's amazing. It's the best defense in high school that I've ever seen, and you have to give those guys a lot of credit because they put the work in, and they truly deserve it for what they've worked for.
And, well, that's not true either. Throughout the year, the amazing thing has been there has been no one person that has been that bell cow, so to speak. Now, you got dudes on this team that when you got to have it, they go get it. But these guys are getting the football. When you look up, one of them's open. You've got Nehemiah McCary. You've got Jediah Works in the backfield, whichever one you want to hand it off to. And now Roman Hall's healthy. He's back. He's another punch. He's a different back. But then you're punt. But right now it looks like everybody's healthy. Talk about what it means to you to not have that one guy that you know this team's got to just depend on to get it all done. But how nice is it to have a team that you've got any number of guys you could depend on?
It feels good, and it feels more like a brotherhood when we're all together out there. And like I said, I got to give those guys a lot of credit because there's been times where I've been down and they've picked me up, and we just kept trucking.
Coach, going into the year need.
Our defense last year, they would keep us in game. This year, during the off season, we knew we had to be a defense that we could go into a game knowing that sometimes 2 touchdowns may be enough because our defense is going to be stout enough to hold people. And, of course, that's what you want, and that's what we thought we had. And obviously the players that we have that we put in those positions fit the mold, and the proof is in their 10 shutouts and what they're allowing a game. That's the biggest difference between last year and this year is the growth and maturity and
they're going to have to be contributors on defense as well, by and large, around. And here they come on defense instead of a hybrid. But then you've got guys across the defensive front, a little bit of play linebacker, that have done a phenomenal job all year long. You may be a little young in the defensive backfield, but Rencher and Bailey and Drayden Brown, all these guys have played at such a high level all year long. Just how has that worked? When did you realize it had come together, Coach?
Well, actually, first game. They held a great 5 team to 7 points, and after that game, we knew we had something special. We keep working. They tell us how good we are. So maybe these coaches, we don't really have to listen to them. We can just do what we did the first game, but they didn't. They took the corrections. They realized that some of the stuff they did were not correct, and the corrections were made, and they just continued to improve on those little things week to week and just got better and better. And, of course, once you start getting that mojo of here we are, and they're starting to hear all how good you are, and people are patting them on the back and things, I think they just kind of took that as a good thing instead of a negative thing, and let it fuel them to even work harder.
You get into the season, and long it seems like we're having to take minutes. I've said this a number of times to you. It seems like team of the year. How do you keep pushing them forward? How do you keep getting them motivated?
Well, we do things a little different than most schools do. During the summer, we're not into any 7-on-7 tournaments, all that stuff. We don't do any visiting other teams and going 11-on-11. We do a little work on Tuesday. We go out and maybe Tuesday it'll be just focused on offense. Next week maybe defense, and the next week mix them both together. But in my mind, I try to keep, when we start in August, I don't want them already to be sick of football, already mentally, because this camp going on. So, I think the degree heat against somebody with no pads on is a lot of fun. Bigger schools have different setups, but here that's what we do. So I attributed that to a little of it. That's why, like last year we made a great run in the playoffs, I think, because our kids were just mentally fresher and because it was, they were just getting into where some of these kids have been working so hard in June and July that, it gets to a point where it's just like out of gas.
Yeah.
So.
From a player standpoint, you tell us what you see, what you're feeling right now. By this time of the year, a lot of these teams, and I think he said fresher. You feel an approach that doesn't have the legs, doesn't have the energy, doesn't have the pop that you guys have right now. How does that feel when you step out on the
with the amount of depth we have with guys that can go to other positions and 2 backs, and they're not getting just.
So now we've come through 14-0. You got one more. Coach, what do you have to do to get ready for Thursday?
Get the job done. They're the defending, so the bullseye's on them. We're just going up. We were the team that got beat last year, so our motivation is, of course, defending that. So, I definitely feel like we're fresher 4 quarters this year. We're sitting there looking at the 4th quarter, and we're in a 1-point game, and it's like every snap. It's like, I know you say every snap does matter, but I don't care if you're up 50 to whatever in the 4th quarter. It's not as mentally tough on you to execute a play or to do that stuff. And and so I'm mentally tired and physically tired last year, and that's just how it goes sometimes. And but like I said, this year I feel we're fresher mentally and physically, and we're going to put on a good show Thursday at 3:00.
I don't doubt that at all.
Talk a little bit about your coaching staff.
I'm so blessed to have the coaching staff I have. I just want to start naming them all. Of course, Coach Rush does an outstanding job. He knows how to relate to these kids on a level that you need with kids these days. He's able to motivate them. Him and Coach Hurd and Coach Ransom and Coach White and they all do a good job over there working with these guys on the defensive side, and then on the offensive side, we've got Coach Ratliff who does an outstanding job of motivating our O-line. He's one of those guys that gets a little crazy with them at times and can get them motivated. And Coach Watley and helps him out on that side. He has a Little who our offensive coordinator, and then we've got Coach Hubbard who's come in and is kind of the co-offensive coordinator with Coach Little, and they've worked so well together. It's just been a treat to watch them. Coach Little get to learn from Coach Hubbard, and Coach Hubbard being out there with us again. Of course, me and his friendship go back to the long time, and it's good to have him back to experience coaching with him. And then we've got Coach Shanks and that comes out, and Coach Brock that staff that puts a lot of hard work in and does. I mean, it's just I don't have a lot of worries about all that stuff because I know it all gets done. I don't know how it gets done, but they all get it done for me, and they are definitely the reason why that we're in this position because of the countless of hours they put in and the way they care about these kids, man. That's the main thing is these kids know these coaches care about them, and that's why they can take those tail chewings they get, and because they know that coach is only doing it because of how much they love them and how much they want them to.
For Thursday.
Yeah, I was thinking about it this weekend. We're going to have to work hard at practice, but we've done that every single week. Mm-hmm. So I kind of thought, it's another game. There's no reason to look at it any different. We're just going to play, and we got to handle our business like we've done for 14 weeks in a row.
I do have a question because I saw it in the game against Southern Choctaw and a lot last week prior to the game. Social media. Folks get on there and might do a little trash talking. How do you separate yourself out of that? It's going to make me want to work a little bit. How do you keep that from
it? Honestly, because I mean everybody does it, so you're going to see it, and it really just doesn't affect me. I don't pay attention to it.
Do you stay off social media throughout the week to kind of not let it, even a little tidbit get in your mind?
I'll see it, but like I said, like if it's on Facebook, I don't go through the comments or anything like that. Yeah. I just kind of let it go.
See, the rest of us are in there looking at all the comments and checking out who said what. It's hard.
I can't help but think the last thing that I need to give this team, just based on what we've watched all year, is bulletin board material.
Yeah, agreed.
This is a tough enough task. Why in the world would anybody want to tick you off?
Yeah.
I hadn't quite figured that out yet. Coach, I got to know, what's the next gear that we keep that I keep feeling like is there? What does that look like?
I don't really know. I don't know where it would be. I don't know I don't know where I predicted they would play at another level this past Friday, and they did. But then after you watch film, you're like, wow, if we'd have just done this, or if we'd have just done that, then, but like I said, they do have another level, I think, in them. And I hope they put it out there Thursday, and I believe they will.
And I don't think I know of another team that has put up 10 shutouts. That's, Oh, sorry. That's amazing. You're 1A team, and you're playing like you're a Hoover or somebody. How in the world did you see that?
1A, because sometimes it's you just refuse to give up points. That kept it that way for the first half, but those backups came in and they relentlessly said we're not going to give up a point either. So it's been a team effort for those 10 shutouts. It just hasn't been those starters. And that's why you don't see that coming. It's because of that, because you put those backups in and, and they don't get as many reps as far as the game plan and stuff. So, but, after, eventually it just became a part of, okay. But then again, you're hoping sometimes I thought maybe around the 7th shutout or so that, want to be in a tight ball game conversion or what's happening next. But obviously y'all saw what happened Friday night, and our kids just said, okay, done with. Let's keep them out. Let's start now. And our offense responded too, saying, "Don't worry." Another thing that's if you don't have a good punter that can flip the field, to score, and with a punter like we have this year that can flip the script, and our defense is getting to defend 70 yards instead of just 40 yards, it makes it a good thing. And Brennan, his kickoffs and our kickoff coverage, being able for teams, offenses starting with 30, around the 30-yard, again, that goes hand in hand with the defense that's able to do that, because we don't have short fields to defend when we have to punt or give the ball back to the other team.
It's been amazing.
Him Brennan, Mr. Consistent, by the way. He has done a phenomenal job on extra points.
Yes. One that was blocked and one off the snap that might have been misheld, or I don't know. You always get different conflicting reports of why the ball wasn't on the tee, but this is another thing. He also kicked up a field gun.
That's awesome. How do you deal with the crowd?
That was you've had a 12th man the last couple of games.
I've heard, I've seen video clips and heard the noise, but it's been. I hear it before the game, definitely, but once that ball gets kicked, it's crazy how you can just block that out. But
yeah, I asked Jason. I said, "What do you think the most pivotal point of the game, or your favorite thing of the game?" And he said, "Kickoff this last game, because it was just you knew immediately from kickoff that." It was what was going to happen, how it was going to end up.
They have a different look. That's the thing, that you guys just have a different look, and it's not an arrogance, but it's a confidence.
Well, I think everybody wants to win. I mean, you ask, and your team could be 0-8, and you'd be sitting there like, who wants to win Friday night? Everybody's going to raise their hand. Okay, but there's a difference between wanting and deserving the game, because we outworked you during the week, we outprepared you during the week, and so that started clicking for us. And I think it was after somewhere midway, I said, "Here's where you got to get to now," and that's when you expect to win. And I said, that's the teams like your Thompsons and team like when they get off the bus, they have that aura about them that we expect to win this. Now, do they win every game? They don't. But it's still that, and I think our team to put the work in, they don't just think it's given, but, I think that's what you see now, is that confidence of we expect to win. And
Pierce Jurgen and Coach Brad Abbott, thank y'all so much for coming on. Wishing you all the luck in the world. Congratulations on a stellar season, and I hope that on Thursday that expectation for y'all comes full circle.
Thank you.
Hope you come back with the win. It'll be waiting with open arms when you come back. That'll be awesome. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. It's 8:52, and then when we come back, we're going to have Principal Daryl Baker come in. Is that right? And talk with us a little bit. What do y'all got for pep rally or anything like?
It's 1:30 Wednesday.
Okay. Well, good luck. Thank y'all again.
Y'all.
Appreciate it so much.
We appreciate it.
We'll be right back. Therese and Jason broadcasting live from the Maplesville Auditorium, Clanton Tractor Studios. We'll be right back.
Diesel repair, MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job. From campers and tractor trailers to winch box diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and General 17 family legacies are Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
Manicurist, waxing, small class sizes for more. HAway.com for more information on our.
Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and or a recliner that melts the stress away. We've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not...
56. We're winding down the day. Thank you so much for letting us come on today and hang out here in the auditorium. We really appreciate it. How does it feel being the principal of a school that has gone 14-0?
Well, I will say this: it does make the school. Yeah, we had a pretty good basketball team last year too. So
That's been pretty good for you then, with sports especially. So how?
First year as principal here, I actually high school in 2022, and they had an opening here for an assistant principal. Coach Abbott's wife was the principal. She'd just been named this place to me, and everything she said was truly have enjoyed every day that I've been here.
Sports-wise especially, each year has been, I didn't get to see it full out last year because I came to the radio station in October when the season was kind of winding down. But I've got to see this from start to finish this year. And it has been, and Maplesville, the town itself, supporting y'all in your, looking for that state championship. So I saw where school is letting out a little early on Thursday. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get out at 11:30, so everybody can have time to get up to Birmingham. Of course, we'll have a devil walk, I think, at 1:05 for the team to arrive and go into the stadium. Then game time's at 3 o'clock. We're all excited about that, and you mentioned it, but it's a great community of our teachers. And they do love the Red Devils, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you something. As principal of the high school, you've got so many more things than just football. I mean, we're talking athletic programs. What the jobs of coaching the kids, but how important is athletics and all athletics to a 1A high school?
Well, in a school this size, you have so many people that participate. And, of course, with the good programs we have here, they want to be a part of that. And it makes a difference in all aspects, community involvement. You take something like student behavior. I've seen students, that once they get old enough to be involved in varsity and start to be able to participate more, you can tell a difference in how it's been really beneficial. And, we have everything from pre-K through 12th grade.
Right.
So, I mean, we've got it all here. And
it's a 1A school. Do you have the money, basketball and football?
Separate from what we use to run the school, you've got baseball, football, basketball, whatever. They all seem to be in pretty good shape. And I know that Coach Abbott has really especially gotten the football budget in really good shape.
Good deal. Well, does the athletics or any of that stuff, or does that all go to the football program?
I will admit, this being my first year, I think it all goes to football, but I can't say that with 100% certainty. And I will also say, you have a lot of community members involved in that, and they donate a lot of time and money and effort to that.
That's awesome.
I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
With the tailgates that have been going on prior to the football game, do you find yourself roaming through the tailgate just to enjoy the environment? Because one place has got Maplesville on Friday nights right now.
Well, to be honest with you, I've tried to make sure I'm up at the gate and make sure that we've got money and tickets and signage and everything up and ready to go.
Darn right, you're
And just from our
was there last
standpoint,
time.
and that's from mine and Van and Wesley's standpoint, y'all have done a terrific job of taking. We hope we provided that service. Just want to thank you.
Absolutely.
For that.
Well, we appreciate that, and we appreciate you guys being here. I'd love to texted me, and it's been great. And
I think
that's because you keep winning.
We had 15 regular season games. We added a Thorsby playoff game. That was 16. We'll have 5 of yours. We've had a lot of football this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that this will be the 10th time that we've been on campus or a part of a Maplesville football game. So we know you. We're to the point now that we don't have to look at the roster anymore. We know who's where.
Exactly. Goodness, he knows them like they're his.
Yeah.
Because we get to see so many people.
Well, and I know you've noticed, like I have, see people from Clanton, Jemison, Verbena, Thorsby, any of the surrounding communities that have come to watch and support us, after their, and us as the last team up, everybody's been great.
You've been in education a long, long time, and your principal here. While we got you on, what are the challenges right now?
Well, you mentioned secondary in particular, and there's just so much more paperwork and standards met. There's just so much more than when I started back in the 1900s.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I was born in the 1900s. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, there's just so much more. And see, secondary, though, they don't know it, but it's coming for them, too. Yeah. So I necessarily think I see what you're saying. It could
COVID set so much back, and now that we're trying to react to that.
Well, some of it was already in motion. You have something called the Alabama Reading and Going about the time that happened. There for a couple of years, people didn't feel like they had to come to school necessarily, or if you felt bad, you could miss, and there were no repercussions to that. And so we've really had to work on getting people to not be what they call chronically absent.
Right.
It's not just...
We used to call that truancy.
Well, there's a difference. Even if you can miss too many days with a doctor's excuse and you're chronically absent. Now, truant, that's a court matter. That's a whole different issue. Yeah. But most every day.
What's the graduation rate here? Is it pretty good?
We've been up around 100, but it seems like last year maybe we had... possibly one, which dropped us into the 90s, last year. But yeah, we usually have a pretty good graduation rate.
Excellent.
We didn't want to plan too much ahead or count your chickens or however you want to say it beforehand, or at least I didn't. But I've heard, that there's going to be a bus taking the team, obviously not a school bus, but a charter bus, some kind of limo down there. But I'm sure a lot of parents will follow the bus up, and we'll have our SRO will lead the way and take everybody up there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hal says that Sean Reed is the president of the athletic club, and that he does a great job of raising money.
He'll take credit for himself, but Hal's very important also.
Hal's a good friend of the broadcast week in and week out.
Yeah.
Administrative standpoint, all the way down to the coach. They played
Take that job seriously.
They played their part. It's been a privilege. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
On this ride, and we're pulling hard that Thursday it ends the way everybody around here wants to.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm tickled that we're able
to see
a
red
do that.
devil.
So yeah. So y'all have I see here we have a sweat. People can get these if they want to get one. That looks pretty good.
I really don't. I know we had a special order for those, and because we knew we'd be able to wear them more than a week or two. So, hopefully, I don't know where to get those or if they're still making those, but hopefully before long we'll have some that say state champion.
I hope so too. Yes.
The 36,750 boutique right here, and probably down to the 40s for the game's over.
It was like that last my car. Long walk back to my car too.
The Red Devil's going to heat it up.
That's it for us today. We're done. Thank you so much, Principal Baker, for letting us come here. This has been a treat for us.
We've enjoyed
behind you all the way. Could not be more proud if we wanted to be. Jason, Bill, y'all got anything you want to?
I just hope y'all go all the way. And I tell you, not just football, it's just the support in this community seems amazing for the school.
Yeah, no, a lot of people do think it's all athletic, but it's really not. We have a lot more than that. But it is like the school is the heart of the community. Mm-hmm. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, it's
always
a great thing. I started in ministry here at Maplesville Baptist Church. It's always been family. And when they needed to circle the way, always have each other's back. It's a special place.
It's put in here. We've had a new coat of paint put in. We've got some other work going on down at the athletic facilities, not only the football field, but some of the other facilities down there. And so we're having some upgrades done, and we appreciate that very much.
It looks fantastic.
It does.
Looks very spacey, got like a lot of room in there. So it looks radio this morning. Therese, Dollar Bill, Jason, and Principal Daryl Baker signing off. Thank y'all for watching and listening to Morning Mayhem.